What is up, lads? It's CM9 here. Now, I gotta be honest with you. I didn't think I'd have to do a video today, because normally when I do videos on Chelsea, you know me, I just do match reviews. That's all I do, technically. I just watch a Chelsea match, and then I do a video, sitting in front of a camera like this, and I talk about it. That's all I do. But there are rare occasions like this where I have to make a video where I'm talking about player situations and manager situations that are nothing to do with the match. And today is one of those times. Now, when I was on Twitter and I was looking around things regarding deadline day, because obviously it's transfer deadline day today, isn't it? I don't really care too much about deadline day this year because, well, we can't sign players, we can't do anything, so what's the point in even caring? So, there was a situation, however, that really has made me baffled, and I need to talk about it. And I'm willing to bet that there are people that will say something in the comment section down below about it. So, let me give you the opportunity to sort of talk about it right now. I'm obviously talking about David Luiz. Now, at the time of me recording this video, it is my understanding that he is now an Arsenal player. David Luiz has signed for Arsenal. I don't know how this has happened. Like I said earlier, I am absolutely baffled by this. And with all the evidence that I've been reading on Twitter, I'm going to do my best to try and analyse it and see what the hell is going on with this. Because I really have... This has literally happened before I can even breathe, before I can even talk, before I can even think about what the hell is going on. It's strange. It really is. Now, from my understanding, this all started... But by the way, I just want to make it clear. David Luiz signed a 2-year contract 4 months ago. He said he absolutely loved the club, and he said that he plays like he's a young player again, and kissing the badge, all the rest of it. You saw that little clip on Chelsea's Twitter, you know, when he was signing a contract, he did that interview. Yeah. Anyway, from what I understand of this all started after the Salzburg game when we won 5-3, and David Luiz turned around to Frank Lampard and refused to take any feedback from Frank Lampard after that game. He caused a strop, and he didn't train, and then he started to force a move to Arsenal, even though Arsenal technically weren't interested in him. I guess maybe because Arsenal were desperate for a centre-back, and then they looked at David Luiz and thought, oh my god, David Luiz is interested in us, hey, bloody hell. Rather than not sign somebody like Upamecano, whatever his name is, from RB Leipzig, let's go for David Luiz, who's probably going to be cheaper, and has got a lot of Premier League experience, yada yada yada, all the rest of it. Sorry, that was my PSN going off. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. However, there is a positive to come from this, and it revolves around Frank Lampard. And the reason why Frank Lampard is a positive in this is because I honestly technically don't think Frank Lampard's done anything wrong. I honestly think that Frank Lampard has gone to David Luiz saying, if you don't take your feedback, I'm the manager and you respect me, and if you're not going to do that, then you're going to get dropped. You're going to rot in the reserves, or you're going to be a squad player rather than a regular first team player. David Luiz has just caused a strop and just done what he's done. There is one thing that it tells me about this, is that player power is not going to be tolerated under Frank Lampard. And that is a real positive because, you know, if Frank Lampard has gone to a player and said, it's my way or you're dropped. Can you remind yourself of one manager who's managed Chelsea and has been like this? Jose Mourinho. Who played under Jose Mourinho? Frank Lampard. Do you think with all the times that Frank Lampard played under Jose Mourinho, he sort of kind of learned the way that Jose Mourinho did things as a manager, and now he's taken some of that and he's put it into his own scheme? It proves that player power is not going to be tolerated under Frank Lampard. This sort of thing crippled the likes of Conte. This sort of thing crippled the likes of Sarri. And if either of those two managers were in this situation with David Luiz would have probably played in that game against Mönchengladbach, most certainly. Because it comes back to the whole thing about player power. Frank Lampard is going to have none of that. He wants players that want to play for the shirt. He wants players that are going to be legends for a long time. He wants players that want to come to the club and want to put in a shift. You know, players like Jorginho. If you remember what he said about the whole thing with Sarri leaving and the fact that he came with Sarri last season, he was like, Sarri wasn't my friend, he was my coach. And despite the fact that Sarri has left, he wants to stay and do a job at Chelsea. Compare that to what David Luiz has done. He's caused a strop, because he doesn't like the way that Lampard's been treating him. Now he's forcing a move. Now he's refusing to train. Do you know what? Good riddance. David Luiz was shit last season anyway. He was terrible. He's at his peak now. What is he now? 32. It doesn't really matter if David Luiz goes, right? We've got plenty of centre-backs. We're fine. We've got the likes of Rudiger coming back. We've got Tomori. We've got Christensen and Zuma. And, you know, we've got Azpilicueta to play at centre-back if need be. You know, if things go to shit, if 4-4-2 doesn't go to shit and then we start playing 3-4, that kind of formation, you know, Azpilicueta can sit perfectly in that. You know, we're a very flexible team. Okay, yes, defending needs to improve. Yeah, I get that. But, you know, it's not like we're very short on centre-backs. We've just got to work with what we got. David, I tell you what, good riddance. If you want to go and rot at Arsenal, go rot at Arsenal. Fine. Do you know what? I really hope that David Luiz becomes Mustafi version 2. Arsenal and David Luiz go hand in hand, causing a strop, and this is where it's left us. We're looking at David Luiz wearing Arsenal shirts now. It's kind of baffling when you think about it. But there's some things that it does tell me. It tells me that Frank Lampard is going to take no shit from anyone. He wants players that want to play for him. And it shows that David Luiz is an example of player power trying to strut its stuff when it's not working. It's not going to wash with Frank Lampard, and now he's off. Don't worry, alright? Look, don't get me wrong, David Luiz was a great servant to the club. He won a Champions League. When he came to our club the second time of asking, he said that he had unfinished business. He fulfilled that by winning us a title when he came back. Look, he's done what he can. But this is not acceptable. This is just childish, in my opinion. And we don't want players that are childish. We want players that are passionate. We want players that want to play for Chelsea. That's exactly what Lampard wants. Yeah. Good riddance to David Luiz. I'll tell you what, Arsenal and David Luiz, I guess, go hand in hand. Good luck trying to play at the back for Arsenal. And, you know, 32 years of age. It's not like you've got plenty of years ahead of you. You're at your peak years now. And, I hope David Luiz becomes Mustafi version 2. And then the whole of Arsenal fan TV start raping you because you're not good enough. Well, there you go. I think we're pretty much better off without him, to be honest. We've already got 4 learning centre-backs. We got Rudiger coming back, right? Do you know what? To be honest, Rudiger coming back is probably going to be like a new signing altogether. We've got players like N'Golo Kante coming back. We've got Tomori. We've got Christensen. We've got Zuma. And like I said, Azpilicueta can play at centre-back if need be. And then hopefully, if Azpilicueta can play more centre-back, then that means Reece James can come in and play right-back and really cement that. Because he's good enough. He's good enough to play right-back. So, David Luiz going to Arsenal, I mean, of course, selling another player to a rival is mind-boggling. I mean, I still haven't gotten over the Poyet move to Spurs, the Mata move to Man United, the Matic move to Man United, and Cech's move to Arsenal, even though, well, Cech's back at the club now because he's a mental advisor, or whatever he is. I'm not sure. I think he's an advisor. But yeah, I still haven't gotten over those transfers. And now we've added David Luiz to Arsenal to that list of transfers. So, yeah. I'm not happy, but at the end of the day, there are positives because Lampard is that sort of manager that's not going to take shit from anyone. Plus the fact we've got plenty of centre-backs anyway. And if Lampard believes that David Luiz is going to be some kind of squad player because he actually has a lot of faith in some of the other centre-backs that he has available, then good riddance. I hope he rots there, to be honest. No disrespect to the whole idea that, you know, he's done all he can at Chelsea. Thank you for that, David. Thank you for helping us win the Champions League. Thank you for helping us win so many Premier League trophies. But good riddance to you, because if you're going to act like this, then you deserve to leave. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm sure that there's going to be quite a lot of backlash over this. I mean, you know how I feel because I've been doing an entire video about this, but this is baffling. This has got to be one of the weirdest situations that I've had to read about as a Chelsea fan, because this is just about as baffling as how everybody else is making it out to be. And, well, yes, anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below about David Luiz's strange move to Arsenal. And, well, that's a bit weird, isn't it? Rudiger, I hope you get fit. Kante, I hope you get fit for that game against United, because we're going to need you. We're going to need you. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Until the next video, I shall see you later. Hey-do, and peace.